What's up, everybody? Welcome to Guys Being Dudes podcast. We appreciate having you all on this blessed day.
Hit the subscribe, like, visit the links below for all of our socials. Now let's get into it.
What's up, everybody? Good to see y'all on this fine Monday. We're going to be talking, got a whole bunch to talk about. I'll let him tell you what's up.
We'll be talking about this weekend's fight card, the NFL Combine, and our future content that's coming up.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get into it. We got some Jake Paul this weekend. Got to see that.
It's nasty.
It's always a pleasure.
It's nasty. He walked him down like the little bitch he is, let me tell you.
I'll tell you what, it is a pleasure every time Jake Paul walks because it's that Floyd Mayweather effect. You either root for him to get knocked out or you want him to get the knockout.
To be fair, though, who he was fighting, we did not expect anything
Okay,
from
well,
him.
first of all, that dude came out beer belly, no hair. Dude literally was fresh off the couch. He was fresh off that recliner.
Yeah.
I mean, but he got the job done, I guess. No, I'm not going to take anything away from him.
Got the job done. I think the stoppage is actually a good call from where it was at. The guy was getting his ass handed to him.
Some people said early because he never even hit the knee, but I mean, I think the ref came in and stopped at the right
He wasn't
time.
even defending himself. He didn't throw a punch.
I'd almost argue that when he first hurt him, it could have been stopped because it was just piled on from there. I
agree.
mean, I think the stoppage was right. I think Jake clearly came in prepared. He came in fit, and even though the other guy looked bigger because the fat, you could tell Jake was the bigger man, stronger man.
Bigger man, more in shape, more technical. Would like to say he has an announcement Monday on his next fight. Looking forward to that shit.
You got a prediction for us on who it's gonna be?
I want to say
Give us that one name.
there's two names.
I need one.
Okay, I'm thinking from the DMs he leaked, it's gonna be Sean Strickland. We'll find out today, but
That's what I think. I think Sean Strickland's probably your favorite, but also Dana White plays into that. So is Dana gonna let him? So I think.
But does Dana hates him? So
That's
is Dana
fair.
gonna let him get his ass whooped? Because we know Sean Strickland
That's
will
fair.
whoop that ass.
I think I'd lean Tommy Fury again just because that's been in the talks for so long.
Problem with that is Tommy Fury said it wasn't enough money for him. And if
Yeah.
I'm Tommy Fury,
You already won.
I beat him.
You already won.
I beat him.
So I mean, if
why
the
would
money
I
is
put that-
outrageous, I'd take that fight.
Yeah,
though.
but if
If
they're
he's
saying
offering
now
me
it's not enough.
$1.5 million, I'm not taking that.
Well, he was asking, I think, for over $25 million.
Jesus, I wouldn't pay that either.
Unless Jake Paul really wants it. Because Jake Paul's the one paying him, really. That's his promotions.
I know, but I mean, that's a steep price to possibly lose again. So unless he's confident, you better be 100% sure of yourself.
He wants it. He wants it bad. But I will say, him calling out Canelo is fucking crazy.
I didn't
Fucking
like
insane.
it. I didn't like it. I just don't see the win for Jake. So I like it because I'd love to see Jake Paul get knocked the fuck out by Canelo, but I don't like it from a business perspective. Where's the win? Okay, so you're not gonna get that fight. Canelo's not gonna fight you, so you look dumb. But also, if he took that fight, you're just gonna get knocked out. Where's the win?
Fucking money that comes from that fight. The fucking money.
I guess.
That is the biggest fight he could have. The biggest fight. By far.
You don't think Floyd?
No.
I think Floyd or Conor might be bigger.
Maybe Conor, but Conor has a fight. He has to have a
Yeah.
fight coming up.
I mean,
I will say,
how about Jake's teammate, Amanda Serrano? The eye injury.
no. So sad.
She was upset. She came out in the glasses. She looked upset.
I mean, there's nothing she could do. She's going to the hospital.
I mean, doctors wouldn't clear her, right? It wasn't her decision.
Yeah. She said she was going to the doctor yesterday or the hospital yesterday to go get it checked out. But that can be a long recovery for that shit.
What was it, cornea?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be. I wonder if it was scratch cornea from training,
We don't
accident.
know. That's the problem is we don't know what.
Oh,
is
she didn't
wrong with
disclose it. Or she didn't know.
They don't know. That's why she went to the hospital.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that sucks then. I not just for her I'm sad, but the fans, because it's hometown.
She said she's gonna come back and retire there. So I thought that makes me think that was her retirement fight. Because she said, "I will retire here. I will be back to retire here. I'm coming back."
Or
for
she's
my
going
retirement
back
fight."
there. She's gonna go back and fight there.
I think that was her retirement fight, and I think she couldn't fight, unfortunately.
No, there's no way she caps it there. You don't think? I don't.
She's made enough. If she wants to be done, she can be done.
But you think she'd let her fans, who all came to see her in her hometown?
Well, no, she's gonna refight now.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think that if she would have fought,
Oh
that
yeah,
was her
yeah, I agree with
retirement
that. I'm saying she won't retire though.
No,
Not until she fights there.
She already said she's coming back.
Yeah, I would. I think that's the right thing to do.
But I would like to put respect on Jake Paul's name for being there for her.
Yeah.
Also, back to Jake Paul real quick. He has put in time and effort in this fucking sport, and that is straight respect. You don't have to like him. Yeah, he said he's going to be a world champion a year, and I don't believe it, but he's made this sport back.
Yeah, he's helped. He's helped bring more fans to it.
And
You
he's
can't argue
putting in the
that.
time. You can't say he's not a real boxer anymore.
I
He's
agree.
put that years in.
Yeah, I mean, clearly he's developed because I mean, when he first started, it was sloppy.
It
It was overhands. It was a loose jab, no
he
footwork.
He still looks a little too stiff for me.
Yeah,
for
I don't
my
like.
liking.
I don't love the upright posture and the lack of footwork.
He's definitely got more punches, more combos in there now.
Faster for sure. Definitely faster, stronger.
I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable in there.
He looks definitely more like a pure boxer. Before he kind of had that like street fight type of just brawling, which was fun to watch. Like Ben Askren, watching him get fucking decked. That was funny.
Jake Paul did say in his interview, which I think if he loses, this is the thing. He said he's going to the WWE to tag team with his brother.
Oh, I mean, I ain't gonna watch it because I'm not that
don't watch
WWE person, but
but-
go for it, Jake. Go for it.
Imagine the numbers WWE would bring in from that shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They're already bringing in a shit ton from The Rock and Logan
I mean,
Paul.
hey. Conor McGregor's next fight. Who's it gonna be? Could it be Jake? No, I don't think so either. But there's always a possibility.
I mean, one, that's a huge bag for both of them, but I think Jake's got to get a little more work in and kind of surprise people and opponents that he faces for Conor to even look at him serious.
I think Conor doesn't look at Jake seriously. I'm sure Conor looks at the payday seriously. He definitely looks at the business side of it seriously because he is a businessman.
He is a businessman by all means.
So So what do you think Conor's next fight is?
He's gonna be. You said when or who?
Well, let's start with who.
It's gonna be Michael Chandler. It has to be.
There's rumors.
It has to be. I mean, if he can walk away from Michael Chandler with the tough thing he did, and not fight him, I'll be very surprised.
I don't know. I'm sure you've seen DS3. That's been circulating, especially because the whole the UFC 300. There was no main event for a while. Now there is, of course, but there's Diaz swirling around before the Gaethje fight. There's Gaethje swirling around. Of course, Michael Chandler's always on the table. Manny Pacquiao's been talked about.
I think if he beats Michael Chandler, he gets Gaethje.
Gaethje?
Or not Gaethje,
I think he's getting Makhachev.
You think?
Dude, there's no way they're going to let Conor.
Gaethje has a BMF, right?
Yeah.
He said he wanted to go for the BMF title.
Oh, I know. I just don't think Dana, coming off of a Conor win, a good Conor win. Michael Chandler's good. He's a solidified top 10 lightweight. So if there's no way that Dana's going to let Conor in his waning years, in the end of his prime, beat a top 10 guy and then not get a title fight after.
Or does he go for Gaethje and then a title fight on top of it?
You can do that. I mean, Conor with a BMF belt after coming off a 2-fight heater. I mean, you're not gonna get Conor Khabib numbers, but you're gonna get close. You might get you might get 205 numbers, maybe like 1.6 million.
You hear when his return should be? They said on the internet that it's rumored for June, but Conor said he wants July.
See, I lean, even though Conor likes to, he'll tell the truth and he'll spit some BS. I lean Conor's word on this one because of International Fight Week. I think Conor wants the biggest stage. He wanted 300 for a little bit, so I mean, you can tell he's stage hunting. He wants the eyes.
No matter what, he's getting the eyes though.
No matter what, but I feel like Conor's fight history, UFC 229, first fight in MSG. He went after 300. He wanted a fight in Abu Dhabi when COVID went on. He wanted to be the first to do everything in targeted specific dates. I think Conor will target International Fight Week.
Think so?
I think it makes sense. Now, would I be surprised if it's in June? No. But do I think Conor personally would target International Fight Week? Yeah. I mean, that's my opinion.
I think we should go.
Oh my, the tickets to that shit would be insane.
Yeah, but you know how long we have to get that much money?
We better start saving if we're gonna go to that.
It would be insane.
What about Johnny Bones? You can go to Johnny Bones.
Johnny Bones for his
He's
injury.
supposed to come back.
Johnny Bones for his injury is supposed to be out for 8 months at least. So
And when did that injury
earliest would
happen?
be it happened in January, so earliest would be September-ish.
Ooh, it's a while. Ooh, he could fight on your birthday.
I know, birthday law.
Little September boy over here.
I'm just saying,
That'd be a
though.
good gift. Him
It
versus
would be.
Stipe, you think? Or you think he's going to go towards Aspinall? What do you think? Because, I mean, he is the heavyweight champ, and Aspinall's the interim.
I think he's going to get whatever fight he wants.
I think he'll go Stipe, because, I mean, how many years does Stipe or John have left? Not many. I think Stipe, his next fight is his last fight. Win, lose, whoever it's against, Stipe ain't fighting after that. He's like 40-something.
Or does he call out John?
If he wins his next fight? I mean, it depends who he's fighting.
He might call out John for that belt. I might try to make a little
But who's he going to fight?
defend. I don't know.
He can fight Gon, but is John going to respect that? John just beat him in 1 round off a 3-year layoff. So, I mean, I think John's next fight almost assuredly is Stipe. Grant, that was scheduled. There's, history there. Stipe is widely considered a heavyweight GOAT. I like Stipe for that. But Aspinall, he called out Aspinall. He called out Stipe and Aspinall at 298, right?
Yeah.
So I could see that. I think that's definitely possible.
What about this UFC 300 card coming up? Bo Nickel in there? Let's get your thoughts on some Bo Nickel first.
Bo Nichols, he's riding the hype train, and I didn't even believe in that at first. I was like, this kid, he doesn't really have the body. Let's face it, Bo Nichols not your peak male physicality. He doesn't look it, but dude can wrestle. Dude showed he can strike, and dude showed he has a pace. He's kind of like a modernized, more likable Colby Covington.
Yeah, but I think some of it's his ego's too high. Just like Patty, for example.
Patty's riding the hype train still too.
Yeah, but that one that he said he won by domination, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I mean, him and Taporia have beef. That's exciting.
That is exciting.
But who's Bo Nickel fighting?
He's fighting Cody Bungate.
I'd take Nickel in that. I think Nickel's probably. I'd assume somebody with a big name riding a hype train, they're gonna give him some stylistic benefit. So I think Nickel will take that.
What about Aljamain Sterling?
Fighting Jan, right? Who's
Calvin.
he fighting? Oh, Cater.
Yeah.
Ooh. Dude, I love Calvin Cater. Some of the best boxing in the UFC, and he is clean. Aljamain Sterling. What do you think?
Yeah. I think Aljamain. I think he's gonna try to make a run back for that belt.
My problem with Aljo is I just don't see, because like Max Holloway absolutely put a pace on Cater, and after like one and a half rounds, Cater was done. And it's like I don't see Cater getting Aljamain out within a round, and Aljamain can strike, he can grapple, he has incredible pace. I just don't see outside of a first round knockout how Calvin gets that one done.
I mean,
And I don't know how you see it going, but
I think Aljamain's gonna get it done, and I think Aljamain's gonna do everything in his fucking power to get that belt back. He wanted that rematch. O'Malley shut it down.
yeah, I mean,
Which I think O'Malley should have gave it to him out of respect. And as a grown man, hey, I just took your belt like everyone else does. They usually give them rematches. Come on. It was a good. It was an. I would love to see the rematch. I would love it.
yes and no. There's a history of if I knock you out in one round and I'm riding this big hype train, listen, buddy, you're just gonna have to work your way back up. I mean, look at Jose Aldo, 10-year featherweight champion. Conor knocked him out in one round, biggest hype train we've ever seen. Conor never even talked about a rematch. Nobody talked about a rematch. It was Diaz 3, Diaz 1, Diaz 2, and then you get the revenge. Then you get Eddie Alvarez. And it was just never talked about. Jose never even got that chance.
So if he wins this, what happens? Does he get the rematch?
Aljamain?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously depends what happens with Sean this weekend. Maybe. But I mean, Marab, he's coming in hot still. He has a good argument, and they're teammates. So it's like if Aljamain gets this win and Sean still says no, or he wants to fight Marab, does Aljamain go up like he talked about? Go up in weight?
It's Speaking of Sean, we'll be talking about him in a later episode when it gets closer to fight
Yep,
week.
giving our predictions on.
I'll have a whole
We're gonna have a breakdown of it.
we'll have a
what we
whole
think.
parlay ready for y'all
Oh,
this
yep.
week.
We'll go over that whole main card. We'll have a breakdown of the fights, our predictions, and then we'll have some bets for you to place. So who's next? Oh, Yuri. We got Yuri and
Yuri.
Rakic. Oof.
I got Yuri.
You have Yuri? How?
Oh, I think knockout
Round?
2.
I get scared of Yuri coming off the Pereira loss and the injury.
Yeah, but you gotta think. You just came off that loss. You ain't.
Where he had a good argument to be winning that fight.
I'm just saying. I think that knockout's gonna happen.
I-
It might happen round 1, but I'm counting round 2.
Yuri has a history of getting touched. He plays very loose. I could definitely see Rakic knock him down, but I do think Yuri gets it done. I think later. I think round 3 TKO.
Think so?
I think. And then we have Oliveira and Saryukian.
Yep.
Oof. Charles is old, dude. People don't realize the guy looks young because he bleaches his hair, and he was a
leave
late
his bleach hair alone.
he was a late blossomer.
I still got him.
I got Oliveira too. I like his striking. I think I'd take him by round 3 submission. Actually, no, give me a round 2 submission. I think you'd probably either knock him down or get him up against the fence and wrap him up. I'd lean guillotine or rear naked, but I'm gonna go Oliveira by round 2 submission.
I think it's going to decision.
Really? Okay. Who? Charles?
Charles.
Any knockdowns? What do you? Nothing. Just clean grappling or clean
grappling.
striking.
Clean
Grappling.
grappling. But
Okay.
I just have a feeling that it's going to go to a split somehow. I actually think that Charles will have control on the ground a lot, but I feel like he might get clipped
He
once
does
or
get
twice.
clipped. Chandler's clipped him. Gaethje clipped him.
That's what I'm saying.
Poirier clipped him.
So, all right, now we got Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway.
The one I love. Oof.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right. I'm going to take the... now, I don't know if it's the first man to do it. Justin Gaethje. Is this 5 rounds? 5 rounds, correct?
Yes, because I think it's for the BMF.
Justin Gaethje, 4th round TKO. I think he's going to beat the legs. We all know Justin Gaethje loves getting in there. Leg kicks in the boxing range.
You think it's going to go to the 4th?
Yeah. Yeah, because Max Holloway has iron. Both of them are iron chins.
I mean,
No, neither of those dudes get knocked out. I think it goes. I think we have a very much Justin Gaethje, Tony Ferguson fight.
you think so?
I think Justin's gonna damage the legs. He's gonna rip the body. He's gonna do. I don't think he's gonna drop him till late, but I think he's gonna just. It's just gonna be damage, wear on him.
I think it's going to be 3rd with like 20 seconds left.
Holloway or Gaethje?
Gaethje.
Yeah, because I just don't see Max, because we've seen him move up in weight with Poirier, and Poirier looked bigger, stronger, and it's like Holloway shots just didn't have the same effect at lightweight, and I think it's gonna be the same. I think Holloway's getting older. I just think it's Gaethje's time right now to just have that one more run.
We have the co-main now. Zhang versus Yan. Zhang's a badass. Let me tell you. She is a badass.
Listen. That woman's on testosterone. All right.
She's a badass.
She's a man.
I got her winning all day.
She is buff as shit. I would run.
You got him winning?
No.
You don't?
Upset. Decision.
Really?
Yep, Yan. Yan by decision. I think so. I think we had an upset.
All right, now the good one. We got the main that just got announced not long ago.
I know. It was like a week and a half ago.
Pereira versus Hill. Who we got?
Who do you got?
Pereira. I think it's going to be like the Izzy fight. I have a feeling, and I have an image in my head of the same thing that happened to Izzy, where he sparked him, and then he got fucking
Yep.
dropped.
I mean, see, here's my issue. After watching what he's done to Izzy, what he's done to Sean Strickland, the dude has dynamite in his hands. That dude hits hard.
He does.
So I have trouble getting past that, but I think Jamal Hill is going to take him down. I think he's going to get dirty with him. He's going to find a way to fight in the clinch. He's going to he's going to scrap with him. I'll take Jamal Hill by decision.
I don't think it's making it to decision.
I'll take him by decision. See, I have trouble getting there, but just
If it gets there, yes, I agree. But I don't think it will get there. I think them dynamites in them hand, like I said, something Hill's going to do that, like, catches him off guard a bit, and he's going to be locked up against fence, and then it's that dynamite of a hand's going to hit him.
oh yeah, I'm really sweating balls that whole fight because that's a tough pick to get behind, but I kind of like it. I like it. I like the upset.
See, if I'm betting on Hill, I'm betting for a decision win.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Like,
I don't think
I'm
he's
not
gonna knock
just
Pereira
put
out.
him money line. I'm putting him decision win.
Yeah,
Which, if the odds are good enough, you might
you
just
could.
get it. You might just get it. You'll
could
get
see
that
it.
closer in time.
I mean, but here,
We'll probably put our bets out April 12th, the day
Pereira's
before.
a fucking freak athlete though. That dude is, and I think it's because how big and how much weight he cuts. He's a fucking athlete. Speaking of athletes, this combine,
Oh my god!
this NFL combine, y'all, we have seen some record breakers, some freaks.
Xavier Worthy with the 4.2.
Dude, Texas
NFL
wide receiver
combine
Xavier
record.
Worthy. Dude was an animal this year with you. Were throwing him that
Oh
ball.
fuck yeah!
You see, bro, nobody.
I
was,
wish we could have got. I just wish, in a dream, that we could get one more year of them together. This year,
and Adonai
I
Mitchell's
think they
leaving.
would have brought it home.
I think they should have beat Washington.
I do. Let me tell you all about Washington. Fuck Washington. But anyways,
He's
I
a
do.
Ducks fan.
I agree. What about Theo Johnson? He has an argument for the most athletic tight end ever. He's insane.
He's
He's an
he's a
athlete.
freak athlete. Do I think he's better than Brock Bowers? No. I think Brock Bowers is still your clear cut number one, just off production.
I 100% agree with that.
What team is Theo Johnson off of? Do you know?
I think it was Oregon State.
Oregon State. I didn't know. I thought
Let me look it up.
it was because for some reason I was thinking Iowa. I was constantly
Penn State.
Oh, Penn State. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I could see it. I could see him really working out. Penn State's pumped out some prospects. They have Chop Robinson this year, showed out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where he falls. You have some decent tight ends coming out still this year. Brock Bowers, of course.
Yeah, but Brock, I mean, sure, you have all that, but you're talking about off of stats. He's literally probably in the top 3 right now for the most.
Oh, I'm sure.
The most athletic combine tight end ever, off of all the stats.
Yeah, I mean, he
Which is
definitely
pretty
helped
insane.
he helped his draft stock. He's
Oh,
a
yeah.
riser for sure. Him, Xavier Worthy, risers. Quinyon Mitchell, cornerback. Dude can run. Dude can fly. That dude can fly.
You know
He's
what
a
kind of
burner.
disappointed me?
Hmm?
You know what kind of disappointed me?
Huh.
Irving.
Why?
With his 40.
What was it?
Slowest one.
For dead ass?
It was
Damn.
I think it was a 4.6. But
Still
when
quick,
you look
but
at him on that field, that means fucking going,
He's
boy.
The thing about Bucky, I think he's very elusive. He has more of like a kind of like I don't want to say Saquon because he's a power back, but I guess you go more of that old Sony Michel, like a Jahmyr Gibbs. He's a very elusive back. Hard to bring down, I think.
I still from you. I watched all the games this year. You were there for some of them with
Yeah.
me. That motherfucker looked a lot quicker than that. I thought he was going to be in the top 3 for sure.
That's what I'm saying. I think a lot of it. He has a great jump cut. He's a very elusive. So I think, well, maybe he has breakaway speed, but I mean maybe it might die out at the 4 because maybe he has a good 10-yard split, but maybe on a 40, dude goes down. What do you think about Marvin Harrison not showing up to the interview with the teams or the press conference? Does that tank his draft stock? Clearly, he's the clear-cut number 1, but when you have Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze right there, and then you just got Xavier Worthy and Keon Coleman showing their freaks,
No.
You don't think Arizona, the most likely team to pick him?
No.
Budges, no.
I think if you look at all of shit, yeah, he didn't show up to an interview, but I mean, if you look at it, yeah, it might drop him back later in the round, but he's still gonna be up there.
No, I'm saying, do you think it takes him back from being the first receiver taken off the board? Does it give Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze, a way to sneak in to that first receiver taken?
Yes. What do you think about Caleb Williams not taking his medical set?
I don't love it.
Oh
Obviously,
my God,
as a
I'm
Caleb
gonna
Williams
only do it for the
fan.
teams that talk to me.
But
Why not get it out the way, though?
I agree on both sides. I think he probably should have just got it out the way. Because you don't want to put this out there. You don't want any narrative. But he's going number one. Like, it is known. There was already trade talks around Justin Fields over the combine. It was pretty clear the Bears are trading Fields. So, I mean, you have to assume they're taking Caleb at 1. So, I mean, it's really the Bears that you're giving your medical records to. So, I understand it. But I don't love it still.
Why wait?
I think only 3 teams need it. Bears, Washington, New England. Maybe Atlanta. Maybe if they want to trade up. But, I mean, Atlanta's rumored to get Fields.
So while we're on the topic of the NFL Combine, what do you think about Spencer Rattler running the slowest 40-yard behind Sam Hartman, Kadon Slovis, and Austin Reed?
What was it?
It was a 4.95.
Jeez. Tom Brady just ran a 40. His was close.
Yeah.
That's crazy because he was viewed the year, what was it, 21, when Oklahoma bench Rattler for Caleb, when Caleb and Lincoln were still there. He was viewed as like the second coming of Jesus. Dude was the most hyped, and he's viewed as elusive. We saw him run at South Carolina this year. He looked like he could move, but then if you're going to run a slower 40 time than Sam Hartman, the statue Hartman, Sam the statue, Sam, you know where I am and I'm not moving. You got problems. That definitely dropped his stock maybe a little.
Yeah, you know what also dropped his spot? You know the 10-yard split? He did the same as Sam Hartman.
That's where he should excel over Sam. If Sam Hartman, because Sam Hartman has some size on him. If those long legs get a chugging, whatever. Maybe he runs the same 40. Spencer Rattler should be able to. He must have ate too much Popeyes or Chick-fil-A, whatever the pizza. He must have been ordering takeout every night. Dude was drinking Slurpees. He must have done too much.
He also had the the broad jump. Worse for that too.
So you're telling me this dude got kicked out of Oklahoma, ran the worst in everything at the 40 or at the combine.
20-yard shuttle too.
Jeez. So we're gonna. Dang, Spencer Rattler, you are a disappointment. I had hope for you. I had hope for him. I thought he could be a second-round quarterback.
Oh, I don't think so.
Not anymore. Not anymore. I mean, he's still not as bad as fucking Bryce Young. I'd take Spencer Rattler over Bryce Young. How the hell did that dude go first over C.J. Stroud? Or Will Levis? Give me Will Levis. I will take Will Levis over fucking Bryce Young. Dude is...
C.J. Stroud is an animal, though.
C.J. Stroud is a beast. But Bryce Young... escaped daycare. That dude is a child on the run. Bro, Bryce Young, what are we doing? What are we doing with Bryce Young? That is insane to me that dude was taken number 1. That is crazy. Why would the Panthers, knowing we had Drake May hype last year, we had Caleb Williams hype last year, we thought Spencer Rattler was going to be something last year. Why would you trade your pick that year and your future first for Bryce Young? Crazy.
I don't know. They would have had Caleb. They would have had Caleb.
It's just so stupid. They could have, even if your team is somehow a little better, you re-sign Baker, whatever the hell you have to do last year, and you get pick 2. Okay, you get Drake May or Jaden Daniels. All right, let's say you get pick 3. You get Drake May or Jaden Daniels. It's better than Bryce Young. It's better than Bryce Young.
All right. Who do you think's going first?
Oh, we're getting to our little our 10 team mock draft.
I'm talking about wide receivers.
Oh, Marvin, Maserati Marv.
Think so?
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's like Caleb. The medical records aren't going to take him out of the first spot. He's He's viewed as generational, just like Marvin. I think they're both locked into taking number 1 overall.
Think so?
I think, yeah.
All right, let's get in the 10-pick draft. 5 each. I'll let
5
you start.
each. I'm taking that 1.01 on the Bears. Of course, we're going to pick as the teams in each spot. We'll tell you what we're doing before. So as the Bears, I'm going USC quarterback Caleb Williams. And obviously, we're going to give you reasons for each. So, of course, my reading should be pretty simple. Heisman Trophy, carried a very poor USC offense and defense this year to 7-5, bowl eligible. Still fantastic statistics. Showed off the arm, showed off the vision, showed off the athletic ability, showed off everything. So I think Caleb, easy lock. The arm talent is there, the arm strength, everything's there that you want.
All right, I got 2. I got the Commanders.
Washington Commanders.
Good old Commanders. I got Jaden Daniels going too.
Drake May was rumored to be ahead
I'm just saying, Jaden Daniels, if you look at Drake May and you look at Jaden Daniels, okay, you look at all their clips and stuff, right?
Yep.
Look what Jaden Daniels can escape from. Look what he can see downfield. Now, yeah, he had Malik Neighbors. But
I mean,
look
what does he have in Washington?
passes.
John Dotson. You have Scary Terry McLaurin still.
Exactly.
You have good players there. You have Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson there. You have talent there.
I really think Jaden Daniels had an argument for Heisman this year.
Oh, he was 100% the Heisman.
I
didn't love all the Heismans that were invited. I think Marvin Harrison, the hype got a little too much. And because I love him as a player, I still would have been like, all right, just give it to Marvin Harrison. But I think really your people there, who was there?
Bo
Marvin
Nix.
Harrison, Bo Nix, Michael Penix, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have probably taken. I think Caleb still showed the stats and all that. Obviously carried a team. I would have put Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, Bo Nix, and Jaden Daniels. That's the only thing I would have changed. But I mean, yeah, I agree. Jaden Daniels is definitely the biggest upside outside of Caleb. I think. I mean, there's an argument for that too. It's a good quarterback draft. It is a good quarterback draft.
It's kind of giving me the Trevor Lawrence and all.
But look how that turned out. How did that turn out? Trevor Lawrence, he's all right.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is okay. Then you have Zach Wilson, who is, what's his highlight? A MILF. It's not even on the football field. He just had sex with somebody's mom. Okay, that's Zach Wilson's highlight. I respect it, but it's like, if that's your highlight, you probably should be on the bench, not a starter.
He's not going to be a starter.
Then you have Justin Fields, who's also, great physical player, great athlete. Can he see the field and throw? We don't know. Maybe with the right coach, because the Bears are a little dysfunctional. Who else was taken? Oh, well, look where Trey Lance is. He couldn't even start.
Brock Purdy, baby.
Brock Purdy. All right, I got Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate even putting a quarterback on New England because they're gonna screw it up. UNC quarterback Drake May. I mean, he's a prospect. Just not even in terms of just coming out of college having good numbers. He's a prospect, as in he's built as Justin Herbert. Dude's 6'4", very mobile, has a very good arm strength. He has, I think the only knocks on him are really some of the vision. He'll make a bad throw, just an easy throw, swing pass. He'll just completely miss the guy. And then a slow release. I've seen that. I've seen a few knocks on him, but I think as a prospect, as somebody you can develop and sit, if they want to start Mac Jones for 3 games and just let Drake May kind of work, and then throw him in, I'd be okay with that. But yeah, I got Drake May going.
Because we're on the topics of the Patriots, I just want to ask you a little bit about Bill Belichick.
What do we got?
How he's bye-bye.
He'll get a job next year. I don't think Bill Belichick can stay out of the league, especially because he's, 14, 15 games away from breaking Don Shula's all-time record. So I think Bill Belichick has to make himself more open. He has to make himself a more friendly figure.
Why do you think he didn't get a job this year? I mean, he had teams reach out to him. He had second interviews with multiple teams.
I think because
and none of them hired him. None of them.
What GM wants to relinquish all their power to Bill Belichick? Because that's what Robert Kraft did. He essentially gave Belichick the reins for all those years. And I think it's shown in time Tom Brady was the driving force of the Patriots. So I don't think anybody's willing to hand that power over, because if a GM does that, they say, all right, here, Belichick, here's the keys to the castle, and then Belichick is shit. Well, now Belichick's gone and the GM's gone. You cost yourself a job. So I just don't think they'd give away that power. All right, you're up, buddy.
I really don't think he's gonna get a job next year. I think he's done. I don't think a team wants him.
All right.
Now back to my picks.
All right, let me rephrase the picks. We had, who do we have? We had Caleb Williams 1.01.
I had Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels going to the Commanders, and then I just had Drake May going to the New England Patriots, and then we got 1.04. The Arizona Cardinals, who I thought were going number 1 overall this year. I thought they were going to be that bad.
I think another receiver would be good for him. And I think Kyler Murray's still there, right?
Yep, Kyler's going to be the quarterback next year.
I think Kyler with more deadly weapons can create an actual team that won't make the Super Bowl this year, not by any means, but can have a better record and keep building towards him. That's what they have to do at this point in time. They have to build him. They have to build a team around him because there's no other option. So I'm going to go receiver. I'm going to go Harrison.
Maserati Marv.
And the only option about that is not arguable. I mean, it can be arguable, but not to me. The best wide receiver coming out of this draft.
I mean, dude's his dad, but bigger.
You got Malik, you got other players, but just look at him. Just look at how
he's a prototype. 6'4".
Yeah.
He's not one of these smaller, like Malik Neighbors, kind of a Xavier Worthy, kind of thinner, smaller guys. Marvin's like 205, 210. He's not a small guy.
Yeah.
Fast, beautiful. I think he's by far the best route runner in the draft. Clean, so smooth.
So
for that size.
Here's the problem with him. And my sister cheered with this guy named Andrew Tate, which I've told you about. Andrew Tate's big. He's got some speed behind him. He had some ups. Problem is, if you don't put him around the right team that needs him, he's not worth it. So if they don't build people around him and Kyler, is he going to be worth it? It's a problem with Andrew Tate. I loved him. He wasn't a bad receiver. He caught almost every ball, contested or not.
Yep.
They just didn't have the right people around him.
I mean, I think Arizona's not a bad situation. You have a run game. James Conor has been good. He hasn't been anything necessarily special, but he's been good. He's efficient. So I think if Arizona can take another back and then just build that offensive line. You have Marquise Brown, speedster, kind of like your quick slant guy. You're going to have Marvin Harrison. You have, I think they cut Zach Ertz now, but you had Trey McBride come on later in the season. Great tight end, great young tight end. I think you have the pieces for a very good offense. You just have to draft well. Get you a running back in, 4th, 5th round. Draft Marvin Harrison. Get an offensive lineman 2nd, 3rd round, and you'll be good.
But that's arguable. Because you're talking about good running back. We had a good running back. Joe Mixon, he's a good running back. You can't say he's not.
Yeah.
We had our line was shit, but it's always shit. That's never going to change. But you're talking about, I don't know if we had AJ at the time, but we had Jamar this last season when Andrew was there. You had Boyd.
Higgins.
You had all of them. But the problem is if you have people that just, he couldn't get open sometimes.
But Marvin Harrison he's different.
He's different, but the NFL is different. And that's
I don't think Harrison's going to struggle, though. Dude was cooking Will Johnson, one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, but, sometimes you think they're going to be shit, and sometimes they're not.
We'll change your pick.
I'm not going to change it, but I'm saying.
I'll draft Marvin Harrison.
There is an argument later on that it could not go as well as we think.
No, he might not be, people are building him up to be this top 10 all-time receiver. He might not be that, but he's going to be good.
He'll be decent.
I think he'll be good. I think no doubt he'll be good. So I got the Chargers next at pick 5. And this I struggle with because the Chargers need offensive line help. They need to be able to protect Justin Herbert.
Oregon Ducks. My guy. I love him to death.
But they signed Jim Harbaugh, who loves him a tight end. You have Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, huge contracts, older players. Somebody's got to go. They can't afford that in their cap situation. So now you're going to be struggling on offense because Austin Eckler, older, was pretty shit last year. He was bad. So I think pick number 5, Georgia tight end Brock Bowers. I think that's an easy pick. Dude can help on the offensive line. He'll block. He'll get his hands dirty. Great route runner. Great after the catch. Throw him a screen. Take it 20 yards. Take it 25 yards. Easy. Dude has like no bust potential. I don't see how he doesn't work out. There's players who are like, oh, this guy's going to be great or he's going to not work. I think no matter what, he works. It's just he might not be some generational talent. But he's going to work. So I think Chargers go safe. Brock Bowers, number 5.
See Jim Harbaugh there with his son?
Yep.
And then a fuck on one.
Yep.
That was so cool. All right. I got the Giants.
Pick 6.
What do the Giants need? I'm pretty sure a wide receiver.
They do need a wide receiver.
You know what I'm thinking?
Get Danny Dimes, Vanilla Vic some help.
You know what I'm thinking?
I don't know.
Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors? All right. That's a good pick. I wanted them.
We're going top 2 wide receivers right now on my team.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone was going to be close to Harrison, it would be him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we all know he's going second. There's no other option.
Yeah.
There's other options, but the way the draft works, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I mean, he's your prototypical. He kind of has that Jamar Chase type of just breakaway speed, catch a slant, take it 60 yards. So I like that pick. LSU's a damn factory for receivers. All right, well, what are we on? Pick 7? We're on 7? Yeah. Titans. Ooh. Titans need offensive help. They have Treylon Burks, who had a lot of hype going in the season, didn't really work out. Still good. You have DeAndre Hopkins that are still on contract. You have Austin Hooper, good tight end, serviceable tight end. I don't see them going in that direction. So I think Titans go back to the well that's been feeding them this whole time when they're getting the 1 seed. I think they go offensive line. I was close to taking Olu, but Joe Alt. I think he's
good old Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Yep, his dad was in the league, but I think the versatility of Joe Alt is why they take him. I think being able to play left guard or right guard, or I mean left tackle or right tackle. I think that's what kind of separates him. So, yep, Titans take Joe Alt.
I got number 8.
You got number 8.
So we got the Falcons up.
Interesting pick.
They need help. They need help offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
They could really use a cornerback.
They could use a corner.
So I went the corner right.
You went where?
I went the quarter route.
Okay.
But I was going to talk about a quarterback, but they're most likely getting Justin Fields.
It seems like they're the favorites to land Fields.
So I'm going to take Mitchell.
Quinion Mitchell? Ooh, I did not expect that.
Why didn't you expect it?
I feel like Terrion Arnold is most people's corner. What do you see in Quinion? Because I don't hate the pick. I think it's a good pick.
From what I've seen from him, I mean, one, he's a good team player.
Fair.
Which Falcons are about, if you see.
True.
They're all about team.
Yep.
And boy, oh boy, he has some good coverage.
Dude can fly. Dude is a burner.
Yeah.
I like that pick. That is, yeah. I'm not going to argue with that.
I think he's the number 1 cornerback coming out of this. And it's I know everyone thinks otherwise, but I mean, he's quick.
He is quick. I think number 9 is tough. You say, do you get the Bears back on the clock? You just took Caleb. Do you get Caleb offensive help in terms of, build up that offensive line? You still have Olu on the board. You have Fuaga on the board. Do you get him or another receiver? Do you try to put somebody on the other side of DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, Cole Kmet? Do you try to build that up for him? Or do you hit the defense for a defensive coach in a team that has historically been defense? Of course, they still hang on to the 85 Bears, but we're going to go exactly where I know the Bears are going to go. Wide receiver, Washington, Rome Odunze. Easy. Dude is good everywhere. Contested catches. He's an animal. You would know. He tore them Ducks up. Hey, he tore my Trojans up too. But
that's a problem. I'm sorry for interrupting.
You're good.
USC and Ducks. That is our problem. Look how many points we put up a game.
Yeah.
Both of our teams.
Hey, we couldn't put up more than Washington.
I lost by 3 both times.
We lost by like 7 or 10.
Because our fucking kicker can't make a kick.
Yeah. I mean,
how do you fumble under that pressure? And then how do you put him back out there on that fucking field against Washington, knowing that he missed the game winner? How? Explain it.
I can't.
I would have been like, nah, get the fuck off the field. I'm going to go find someone I can rely on, unlike you. The biggest kick of your career.
Our fucking...
The highlight. And you fuck up. Go ahead.
We just didn't have a defense. I think they just hired... They probably put Lincoln Riley's cousin out there. They probably had... They probably had some frat boys join the team. Give them free beer, maybe. But yeah, I got Rome Odunze going 9. I think get Caleb Williams some offensive help. Make sure he's in a situation where he can succeed. And Rome just all around. Guy can run, clearly. Great speed. Route running's perfect. Catch radius. I like Rome all around.
Number 10. This one was tough. I got the Jets.
That's a tough pick.
So, there was 2 I was going between. And there's arguments for both. But there's always also more arguments on Worthy and why I want to pick him. But Xavier Worthy is one of them. I was thinking Coleman, just because the Jets had talks of getting Mike Evans, and he's like mini Mike Evans. But then you can go Xavier Worthy route, who's quick. Yeah, he misses some catches, but he's quick. He's quick.
Yeah.
So it can go either way, but I think they're probably, because they had talks of trying to get Mike Evans, they lean towards Coleman.
Keon Coleman, number 10. That'd be crazy. Hearing that come off the board.
I think it's either going to be Coleman or it's going to be Worthy, but I think if the coach is smart here, you look at Worthy and you like, hey, you missed some of these catches often.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to someone who we know can catch.
I think my personal opinion is if Olu's on the board, they probably go Olu Fashanu. But I don't hate Keon Coleman. Imagine that offense. Aaron Rodgers throwing to Garrett Wilson, Keon Coleman, Tyler Conklin.
Yeah.
You have Breece Hall in the backfield, and you have Zach Wilson
fucking
cheering.
Deadly.
Bro, Zach Wilson might be the best
Zach
cheerleader.
Wilson some pom-poms.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
Get him
yeah.
some pom-poms.
Dude, get Zach Wilson out there. It's gonna be an interesting draft.
Bro, and it went from literally the NFL being like 3 to 4 teams that were like, okay, one of these 4 are going to make the Super Bowl, to now you got to worry about every team.
Dude, I mean, the AFC's crazy.
I'm looking at the Bengals roster, and I'm like, their schedule, and I'm like, oh, shit.
You know what division is a sleeper to win the most games next year? NFC North. You're going to have Kirk Cousins back with Justin Jefferson, most likely, the Vikings. They're going to be decent. You assume you have Caleb Williams in a completely revamped Bears offense with a good defensive coach. You have the Packers, who clearly have a quarterback in Jordan Love, good young weapons, great young team. Matt LaFleur.
He'll be like Aaron Rodgers. He'll be there for a while.
Oh, I think so. I think he's going to be there for a while. And then, of course, we have the Detroit Lions, who are just in the NFC Championship game. And that's a young team. That's a pretty young team. Laporta, top 3 tight end already. Jahmyr Gibbs looks like a top 5 running back. That Jared Goff clearly showed he is the answer in Detroit as of right now. There's no need to move off him. Amon-Ra coming off his best season yet. That's a scary team.
While we're on this draft, I want to talk about the Bengals and making some decisions.
Oh, here we go, Bengal boy. Let's hear him.
Franchise tagging T. Higgins instead of trading him like many teams have offered for a lower pick.
I think they might still trade him.
I don't think they are. I think they're going to keep him. I was hoping they would trade him for a lower pick and we get hopefully Coleman or someone like that.
You'd probably still get Keon Coleman.
I don't think
not now that they're keeping him, but if they traded T. Higgins, you could have drafted Keon Coleman and Xavier Worthy.
That's what I've been hoping for, but I don't think so. I think
trade Tyler Boyd and draft Xavier Worthy.
From what you've seen, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, they've both been kind of hinting at the 3 are staying together.
I think they're staying. I'm fine with them keeping T. It's going to cost you a lot of money. Keep T. But you can't keep Tyler Boyd making $10 million a year. Draft receiver. Draft Jalen McMillan in the 3rd round. Draft Troy Franklin in the 2nd round. Draft one of these guys. Like, I don't know what we're doing. Draft Brendan Rice in the fucking 4th or 5th round. This dude produced so heavily in the red zone this year, and what we're gonna pay Tyler Boyd, and he's good, but we're gonna pay Tyler Boyd $10 million. It's crazy.
I'm also hoping after Joe Burrow's contract, he does what Tom Brady did and kind of cut his little salary a bit to build the team.
I hope, because Joe Burrow needs to stay healthy. That's Joe Burrow's number one concern.
Problem is, he was never healthy to begin with. I don't know why they put him on that field.
No, they should have sat him.
And then on top of that, not to have him on the questionable list when they knew he had.
Oh yeah.
He walked off the bus with his hand wrapped in a brace. There's pictures right before that game.
I know.
And then he goes up there and fucks up. I'm like, come on, y'all.
So what's your way too early NFC Championship game, an AFC Championship game? It's your final four. Way too early, by the way. We're not locking in these picks.
These are not locked in. The way teams are right now, if Joe Burrow stays healthy, if we get rid of Tyler Boyd or someone, we can get a wide receiver in there.
All right.
I'm thinking it's going to probably be Bengals. Ravens. I think we're going to, one of us are going to shut out the Chiefs. I don't think
the Chiefs are three-peating now. This is the pre-draft, so don't hold these picks against us.
I see the Lions making it again. I don't think the 49ers will. I love Brock Purdy, but it's not happening.
Probably not. Probably not.
Probably. I could see Lion Packers. If Jordan Love played how he did this year, and they get a couple good people on that team.
Problem is, I don't think that could happen because they're going to be in the same division unless there's that can't happen.
It can.
Not for an NFC Championship. That they'd play each other before the championship game is what I'm saying. Because you have your division winners 1, 2, 3, 4.
Shit, then I don't know between the Lions and Packers. Because, boy, oh boy, that was a game.
I think I'd lean. My heart says Niners, but I'd have to go Detroit. I think Detroit is a lock to be there. I think they will make that.
You think over the Packers?
I think Detroit, Philadelphia. I think Jalen Hurts makes it back.
I don't like that.
Dude, it's taking everything I can not to say.
The Bears?
Yeah. And hey, depending on who they draft, that might be my pick.
Lions or Packers? Don't know which ones.
So as of right now, I'm going to go Lions, Eagles, and in the AFC, the AFC's tough.
It is
That
hard.
is tough.
I chose the worst team to root on.
I like Joe Burrow has ice water in his veins. That dude's cold. So I'm going to take the Bengals and the Bills. I think Bengals and Bills make it. I think we get Josh Allen.
The Bills are going to make it that far?
I think Josh Allen has to break through at some point. I think if they keep Stephon Diggs, they have a good draft.
I don't think Diggs wants to stay.
Probably not, but if they keep him, that's why it's way too early. This is not a final prediction. If they keep Stephon Diggs, I think Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, great tight end duo. I think I could see him making it. You got to think they got ravaged by injuries this year. Ravaged.
Dude.
So I like the Bills in that spot, but I take that pick back. The Bills are frauds. Actually, I thought about it, and I have one team. I have one team that y'all laugh at me if you want. Cincinnati Bengals take on C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud is him. I'll take C.J. Stroud to make it.
I think the Bengals will beat them. Now, I say that because C.J. Stroud, I don't think, is capable. Well, who's at home?
I don't know. I mean, you think if that matchup happens, the Texans are at home because they have the easier division. So let's say this being played in Houston.
I think playoff Burrow is different. Look at his shit. C.J. Stroud hasn't had many playoff games.
No, that's fair, but C.J. Stroud looks good. Dude's a baller.
He does, but there's also been, 3 injuries on the wide receiver core this year?
Yeah.
We're probably going to get hurt again. At least 2 of them. because the one guy got hurt twice. He came back for 2 games and got hurt again.
That's true. So, all right. Well, before we move on, just far way too early, I got Texans, Bengals, Eagles, Lions. Who do you got? Give it to us one more time.
Ravens, Bengals. Bengals at home. Bengals win. I'm going Super Bowl predictions.
Oh shit.
I'll say Lions.
So we got Lions, Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Who they're gonna match up. But
Pack?
yes, Bengals,
No.
Lions, Super Bowl. I think, and I hate to say it. I hate to say it because I love my Bengals. Love them to death. I think the Lions win by 3.
Mm.
I love them, and I still hope they win, but I don't think it's happening.
Yeah.
Especially if we keep Tyler Boyd. Nope.
I think the Philadelphia Eagles finally get back to that Super Bowl. I think their coordinators have been upgraded. Vic Fangio, Kellen Moore. That is a big upgrade of what they had last year. And give me CJ Stroud and the fucking Texans.
You're a bitch.
Bro,
Remember this.
CJ Stroud
You know
might
what?
just be him.
You know what? Early predictions. Never mind. I take that back.
Oh, God. He's going to say Caleb Williams blows his fucking ACL or something.
No. Bengals win the Super Bowl. I'm putting money on it at the beginning of the season. I don't care. They're probably not. But I'm doing it. I'm riding with Joey. I'm riding with him.
Hey, you ride with him, bro. I respect the loyalty. I respect it.
I want to hop off sports for a bit.
Oh, we're hopping off the sports? All right.
I want to talk about...
No more blazing takes.
Huh?
I was hot on that Houston Texans take.
Fuck you.
That was a hot take.
I hope Caleb Williams fucking blows his ACL.
What'd I say? Dude is predictable.
All right, I want to ask you.
Oh, okay. I'm getting questions. All right.
Yeah.
Lower the heart rate. Ice water in the
how did
veins.
streaming come up, and then how did it lead into a podcast for you? Like, how did this
For me or for us?
For us, but like
Okay.
in your head.
In my perspective.
Yeah.
I think we both had a lot of fun in a setting where we were with other people and we could just like talk, laugh, have fun, be funny. And we always, I think, at least for me, I always figured that I was a very good entertainer. I could always be funny with nothing really even to talk about. I could talk about nothing and be funny. So I think we started having this passion for playing video games. We both built computers, and it just like all kind of everything built into this like, oh shit, let's try this out. And then, we get this whole setup going. We have these expensive computers. We start thinking about, okay, how can we stream? I'm sure the podcast stream knows this. We're not even friends. We're brothers. Like, we basically live together. We're with each other every day. So I think we came up with the idea to like have this conjoined stream where we're both right next to each other. We have 2 gameplays up as like this unique idea and unique way to entertain. So I think that's what also led, of course, that's what led us into streaming. And then once we kind of got a taste of that, and that there could be success there and that we're good at it, I think podcasting was, no matter what, whether sooner or later is going to happen. So I think that's how it led in. And obviously podcasting now, we're just getting our setup done. We're just figuring it out. We're kind of getting used to it, getting used to how we're going to run it. But I feel good about it. I don't know what your perspective is, but
I think it was before last Christmas, so not this one that just happened, but the one before. I remember bringing up podcast to you.
Yes.
I was like, we should do it.
Y'all, we were going to be the primetime podcast at first about sports.
It was. I brought it up to you. We were going to do it last Christmas. We didn't have the money at the time, but I knew that I loved making people laugh, doing sports stuff, talking about sports, what we like. I know we personally could talk for hours.
Yeah, this is easy.
So
this is a piece of cake.
This is easy for us.
This is a breeze.
So I brought that up to you like a year and a half ago. And never happened. We were going to do it this Christmas. And then you came to me, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was talking more about the podcast. Like, hey, let's do it. Like, we need to. This is us.
Yep.
You came to me and was like, hey, why don't we try streaming? Which I already had streaming at my house for a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you used to stream. I stream now sometimes. And I was getting viewers. So I was like, it's in us.
Yep.
And so I was like,
sure.
okay, let's build PCs for Christmas. let's buy the rest of the stuff ourselves. So we did that, and then we were missing we were missing one thing for the setup.
We were missing the Elgato.
Oh, the Elgato.
So we built these computers, and with the whole idea of, okay, well, I'm going to build this more expensive, more geared towards gaming capability with a high core count, high capability for streaming. Be really a computer that's able to put a load on. We built his computer more for the focus of, all right, let's be able to output a good game, good gameplay, obviously have the capabilities to do everything he needs, and just, be completely functional with a capture card running. So then we built these, and then we were like, shit, we need a capture card.
So we forgot about that, and at the time, I convinced you to just start on podcasting, because that was our main thing. And then you were like, let's get a capture card, and I was like, okay, let's just start streaming. And I kept pushing for this, pushing for the podcast, because it was, you were right, it was gonna happen eventually. I just thought this could help us grow in both ways.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was like, let's do it now before we even blow up, so we can get both groups together and do that kind of thing.
I like that. I think our problem is me and him have these like hyperactive minds where we will go from thing to idea to let's do this, let's put this out, let's try this, let's do this. And it's like, if we didn't lock in on just getting the streaming done, we would have started building podcasts. We would have been halfway through both setups, and neither would have been capable of being put out. It would have been like double fuck. Like, what are we going to do? So I was like, no, let's just lock in. Let's get this capture card. It's cheaper. It was like $250. Let's get this going. We can start designing the stream. We'll kind of figure that out, and then we'll move into a podcast. And that's what we did.
Right.
I mean, in my opinion, that was the right thing to do. I think looking back, we did it right.
So in the podcasting stuff, more of it. Streaming too. Who?
This guy.
Oh my gosh.
You'd be a trashy interviewer.
Who do you model? Like, who do you want this model behind of a podcast? If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Like, whose model of a podcast inspires you?
Okay. Well, I think I think our format is geared towards what we like being talked about. Obviously, we have segments. We're going to do our rankings. We're going to do this, that. But I think a lot of it is going to be sports based, and a lot of it is just going to be what we have going on, what we want to do. Let's just talk. Let's have fun. Let's, at some point, I'd like to like take comments, calls, whatever it is from viewers. I think that'd be cool too. So I think format wise, we're doing it right, and I think who I take inspiration from would be in the sports realm, Colin Coward. Hot takes, be controversial, say what you want to say, and if you believe it, say that shit. Because one, it's gonna get clicks, and two, it's what you mean.
You got two, because I got two.
I got two, and people are gonna hate you for it. People are either gonna hate that opinion or love it, and I like that. And then in the more talkative, interviewee, just lifestyle type of way, Theo Von, dude, is funny. Dude can riff off anything, and I feel like I have some of that talent where I can just talk about nothing. And dude's just him. He's him. He's so him that you're like, this guy's fucking crazy, and I like it. Who do you have? Who's your two that you'd say that you just like qualities of?
Like qualities of, people are gonna hate me for this. Like you said, people hate or love you.
People hate or love you for being you.
And so my first one's Andrew Tate. And that's just because he's bold and he doesn't care what people think. Yeah. And I think that's a big
just let everybody know he's not endorsing him right now.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying who I kind of like their vibes off of podcasts.
Yeah, dude, he's him. He's just him. Never
I think that's the major thing for us is us being us, and we don't care who likes it or hates it. We do care, but we like it's not like we're doing this. Yeah. You hate it, cool. That's on you.
Yeah.
The second one I have is the Milk Boys.
The Milk Boys.
Hey.
We like a beer and a Zin too.
We do too, but they do it because they love it. They don't need it.
Yeah.
They do it because they have fun with it and they love it, and that's what we're doing.
I respect that.
That's our stuff. Is we're doing it because we love it.
I mean, just going off of we love it. So, we've talked about some of the stuff we love. Obviously, we're sports guys. We like talking. So, I mean, I guess we can start shifting to like what content to expect us. And go ahead, lead us into what viewers can expect from us this week. Just coming up in general, doesn't have to be this week, just in general.
You can expect a lot of reaction stuff coming.
Yeah. I'll give my opinion.
We love our reaction stuff. We got the NBA Finals coming soon.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have news on that, especially heading into the playoffs.
Yeah,
we got NFL draft.
NFL draft.
There's gonna be stories, trades. We're gonna be on top of all of it.
We have the election coming sooner than later.
Dude, I mean, there's odds on that shit these days.
I know,
there's
for
odds
real.
on the election. We'll gamble on the damn president. Fuck it.
I definitely will. You know me.
Oh, dude, don't release your bet yet. Save it.
Oh, I'm saving all my bets. No one gets my bets till it's game time. Like I said, Thursday will come out for the Nagano fight.
Yep, Thursday we're gonna have our picks. We're gonna have some news, whatever's happening. We're gonna have picks, predictions on the Francis Ngannou, Anthony Joshua card.
And then,
of course, Friday
we'll have our Sean O'Malley,
Cheeto Vera whole card prediction.
My bets.
Yep, and then I think a lot of this week we're gonna spend we're gonna go through some NBA. We'll do some more NFL Combine, NFL Draft. There's gonna be a whole lot of news as that wraps up. Obviously trades, any breaking news. While we hop on, just make a video. It's not always gonna be in the podcast. We can just make a video on that. So expect stuff like that. And I think a lot of fun segments. Rankings, reviews. We'll do a draft here and there. So a lot of fun stuff coming out. So I think that's all stuff to look forward to. Not just for us or for them. Just I think it's all just building towards that kind of happy medium.
I got one more question because I know people are gonna be wondering.
Oh, they're wondering.
Viewers, yeah. How do we manage streaming and podcasting?
Schedule-wise?
Yeah.
I think it's hard. I think it's really hard because you have to put yourself on people are used to, I got a 6-hour shift at work. I got an 8-hour shift at work. Some people work 10 hours. They're hard workers. I got a 10-hour shift at work. I covered somebody. I'm working 11 or 12 hours, whatever it is. They're used to all at one time. I'm going to go to my job. This is what I do. And it's scheduled. You have a weekly schedule for that. So ours, I feel like, where people are going to view it as, oh, there's no stress, there's no hard work behind it. It's like, all right, well, we're going to wake up, we're going to start at 10 o'clock, we're going to film a podcast. All right, that takes an hour and a half. All right, we're going to edit that podcast. That's another hour and a half. So we're not even going to release a podcast that day till what? 11:30?
Yeah.
No. If we start at 10, we're not releasing that thing till 1. So what? All right. So now we have 1 o'clock. Now we're done with that. All right. So now we get to chill out. We finish that. We get to kind of have that fresh breath, and then, all right, somebody just got traded. Justin Fields to the Falcons. We're running our asses right back upstairs. We're going to do a 10-minute video on that. We're going to break that down. All right. We finally get to go eat. All right. Now we have to clip down our podcast and the stream from the day before. All right. Now we have to make clips. That's all going to get edited down. There's another 2 hours. 5 o'clock. All right, dinner time. Now we're going to go downstairs. More news breaks. All of a sudden, we're right back up here. We get to eat finally. And then by then, we're streaming. So, I mean, while you'd think it's really just, you're going to film a podcast, you're going to stream, that's going to take you 8 hours. It's like working on a normal job. No. You're constantly on your phone monitoring news. You're on your phone monitoring this, that. You're always worried. You always have to be ready to film something. So, it's really a more high stress, high activity where, yeah, we get to sit at home and do it. It's a lot of work.
I got something to say on top
It's a lot of work.
We're talking, I'm getting here at between, depending on the day, sometimes 10 a.m., sometimes a little later.
Yeah.
But I won't be walking out of this house till sometimes 3, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And by that time, I got to wake up in 6 hours to come back here to do more work. So we're talking, we do that, and then I come back here. We'll do all of our editing stuff after our podcast. By the way, I think the link's in the bio for
links in the bio. Stuff. Harmless plug. Check out our Twitch
live
every day.
Then you're talking about, okay, we did all this clip stuff. We got to post them. And then on top of that, we only have all the software right now on one PC. So you're talking now I'm going to say the whole thing. He's going to be doing our live stream stuff. Then he's going to get a break, and I'm going to have to go straight to our podcast stuff.
Yep.
So you're talking right at about 5:36, we get about a 30-minute break, and then we're coming right back on
to the stream.
And at 7 p.m. till late. Click the link in the bio.
I think, yeah, and that's not even to mention that all this has a learning curve.
Yeah.
So, like you said, all our editing software, all that's on my computer. So, I mean, just from the beginning, when we build these computers, all right, well, I built them. He learned how to do it. So now, there's a learning curve there. You got to build computers, got to build the whole setup. All right, that's not easy to learn. Like, I get a lot of people might know how to do it. It's not an easy thing to learn to just build a computer. All right, so you did that. All right, now you have to learn how to take graphics, put it through, like the software we use Streamlabs. You have to be able to create your own overlays if you want them to look nice. So, we create our own overlays. That's a learning curve. You got to learn how to animate, edit, whatnot. That's not easy. You got to learn how to mix audio, whatever it is. All right, so now you finally get a stream up. All right, well, now we're going to take that stream. We want to post it to social media. We have to condense these videos into the right aspect ratio. We have to edit them. We have to transition them. We have to put audio over them. And a lot of people think, oh, let me go on iMovie. Well, if you want to create a not great product, sure. Quickly do it in 10 minutes. If you want to create a good product, it's going to take you time. And it's going to take you a lot of learning. And like we use Adobe. We use Adobe Express, Premiere Pro, whatever it is. And that, like, so I learned it first because it's all on my computer and he's learning it now. He'll tell you, I'll tell you, that is tough to learn. It is a lot to try to pile into your brain. And so if a lot of people are going to look at it and say, wow, that's easy. You're sitting at home playing video games, talking about fucking sports.
No.
There's a lot more that goes into, like, this is easy. Us talking, piece of cake. Setting everything up, putting it out to you guys, clipping it, putting more content out, making more out of it. That's where it's hard. We can talk. Everybody can talk. So,
and then just planning stuff.
Planning
on what your streams are gonna be. Planning on
what we're gonna even a podcast.
Yeah, what you're gonna talk about. I mean, what you have to react to. It's tiring. I mean, we started the podcast 3 days ago, 4 days ago.
Yeah, I mean, we started truly building the setup, building the ideas and all that around it.
And we're talking, I was leaving a couple hours before, but now it's like you just stack on and stack on and stack on. I mean, it's something that we love and we want to pursue, so we do it. And we try to make it good content for you, and that's why it takes time, but it's worth it in the end.
Here's what I'll say, what we're lucky is if I was doing this with somebody who I viewed more as a business partner and as not employee, as a workspace, friend, I would have ripped their head off by now. The amount of times I wanted to fucking punch him, yell at him, send him a mean text message, because it's stress. It's not. Of course, it's nothing against him. And trust me, he snapped at me a few days ago. He's like, "Why the fuck are you texting me this?" I was like, "My bad."
Yeah, I was like, "Why the fuck are you texting me? Talk to me about this in person." I mean, because when I go to my house and he's going to his house, that's the little bit of time we have off of work, and it's not even off work
because you're still you're
still
constantly browsing news,
yeah.
And then we're still figuring out logistics. We're figuring out when we're doing this, when we're doing that, how we're gonna handle money. Because I mean, ultimately, we're young. We don't have an embarrassment. We don't have riches.
No.
So we have to plan this stuff. So it's stressful. So, but like I said, thankfully, I don't view him as like work buddy, this that. It's like, all right, no matter how mad I am, I'm just going to suck it up. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. And that'll be that.
Yeah.
And then I think ultimately it's just about putting your head down and working hard. I think as long as we do that, you're guaranteed success in some realm.
Yeah.
Some facet. So
I mean,
I think that's definitely, that's where the future plans all lead, is we're going to work hard and we'll figure it out.
I think the best thing is that what we're doing right now, we both love.
Oh, yeah.
And we're both willing.
Passion.
We're both willing to work hard at it. And I think, not trying to call people out, but I'm saying most streamers, most podcast people, you're talking about they have a lot of money, so they're paying people to do it for them. We're doing this ourselves. This isn't like the number one podcast. No shout out. Oh, I get to just record and then it's over. No, it's not like that for us. We don't have the money for that. And then we had, not unfortunately, but we had to both not have jobs to pursue this. So
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
we don't
it's
even have our
time-consuming.
full setup yet, and I mean, you're talking
I mean,
about
thankfully, me and him are skilled outside of this. We're hands-on dudes. We'll get to work. We'll work hard. So thankfully, we have some side hustles that bring in cash for us and are able to kind of support what we do for now. So that's a blessing for sure. And I mean, just in general, it's a blessing to be able to just pursue it. I like that we're able to just pursue it. We're able to put our heads down, work really hard at this, and not really have to stress too hard. Granted, life in general is going to stress you, but you don't have to. We both have good families. We have all that. We have every blessing you can count. So, very grateful for the situation in that realm.
Yep.
But I mean, so definitely expect us to be pumping out the content, y'all. Definitely, and I think we're about ready to wrap up.
Yep.
So I mean, appreciate y'all watching. Can't say thank you enough. Go ahead. Sorry.
Make sure you hit the subscribe, like, comment. Visit the links below for all of our
All
socials.
links below. We're live every day, other than Sunday. That's Lord's Day.
It is Lord's
Live
Day.
every day other than Sunday, 7 to 8. Come check us out. We appreciate having y'all. We appreciate everything. Have a blessed one.